what was on last week, but we're back this week for a very, very cold edition of our Sunday chat, talking about weather alert day today and also tomorrow, because it's going to be very cold. I'm not sure if you've been outside since the front's passed, but have you been outside since then?
On my way here today,
Yeah.
I was like, there's something different,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
And what was interesting, on my way into the station in Raleigh, I actually noticed that some of the roads were wet, and with this Arctic front that's heading our way, I asked Chris Michaels, I was like, is that something we need to be worried about? So I'm sure a lot of people at home are thinking that.
Right, and the good thing is temperatures have been above freezing through much of the day today, and much of the precipitation that fell this morning was rain. There might have been a brief mix in our northern spots, but it was mainly rain across our area, so I think that will mostly be dried up, and I don't think it'll be a big travel concern. But because this front has passed now, we're switching to a northwest wind, and as with any front that passes and we get that northwest wind that comes in, that cold front that passes, we have really dry and really cold air that moves in. And this in particular is a stronger system that's going to bring some very frigid air. Actually could be some of the coldest air we've seen in 3 years. Definitely the coldest of 2025, but it could be the coldest we've seen, again, in 3 years. So the alert day is mainly for this evening through Monday morning, but regardless, it's going to be very cold. So our low temperature for Monday morning is now 15 degrees. It's an adjustment from yesterday. It was at 16. We dropped it to 15. The reason for that is guidance continues to trend colder. When we talk about temperatures or even rain chances, we follow, of course, our own forecast, and also we look at model guidance as well. And we look at trends over time, and we've noticed that it continues to trend really cold for tomorrow morning, and even more so than we've seen over the past couple of days. So now a low of 15, but what hasn't changed is those wind chills in the single digits. We're now really expecting to see those wind chills in the single digits. I can't remember the last time we've had that.
I know, and seeing this, I just want to take it full again.
Yep.
Seeing that this would be potentially the lowest temperature since December 26, 2022.
Yeah.
In nearly 3 years.
Right.
We're in the South for a reason. Why are we dealing with this?
Yeah, and I had someone message, and they're like, you know, I know we do WRAL weather alert days for different factors, whether it be severe storms or mainly impactful rains like a morning commute or something like that. We did this WRAL weather alert day because, again, this is some of the coldest air we've seen in 3 years. Not just that, but we also have a cold weather advisory in place. And the Weather Service very recently changed their criteria for cold weather alerts to be more focused on alerts that actually are going to impact you. If it's going to be, you know, colder air than we typically see at this time of the year. And I know it's already cold in the wintertime, but even colder than we typically see, we wanted to zero in on what alerts are being shown, and that's what they've done. They've narrowed it down to things that are really going to impact you, and with the cold weather advisory in place, it really will impact you this evening and tomorrow morning. So it's important to take the alerts seriously. It's going to be very, very cold. So yeah, main timing is Sunday evening through Monday morning. Wind chills will drop to the single digits, not only this evening, but that will continue all the way through tomorrow morning. So it's going to be really, really important for you to bundle up, and we'll talk more about the safety features that you need to remember as you head into, I said safety features, it's like I'm like a
safety
car.
Features, I know.
It's like a car, airbags and stuff. No, the safety things you need to remember as we head into this evening and tomorrow morning. And here's the cold weather advisory I was talking about. Again, they made some changes to these alerts to make sure they're focused on, you know, really impactful cold. And this covers the entire area, including the coastline as well. It's interesting to see it at the immediate coastline, because typically it is warmer at the coast, but yeah. Even, you know, New Bern down to Wilmington, it's going to be very, very cold.
The beach. So
Yeah.
bundle up. Make sure you have. I mean, especially because the beach is already very windy. And
Right.
when you think about a wind chill, it just feels like it would probably make it worse.
Exactly, and the wind chill will be a big factor in this. It's going to be windy throughout the rest of the day, Sunday as we're filming this, and also into Monday morning. So that's why they've got the cold weather advisory in place. The air temperature already getting in the teens, and then the wind chill is going to be even lower. So yeah, here's our temperatures across the area by Monday morning. 15 in Raleigh, 12 in Roxborough, South Hills at 14, 15 in Rocky Mount, 16 in Fayetteville, and we'll have clear skies. And as we always talk about, clear skies, that allows for a lot of cooling. The one thing that won't lead to much radiational cooling, and we talk about that pretty often when it comes to clear skies, calm winds. We won't have calm winds though. So that means that this is a really deep cold air mass. We've got cold temperatures moving in, plus the strong winds on top of that. that's going to make it feel very cold. We don't even need radiational cooling. It's just going to be it's just going to be very, very cold air. So yeah.
Poor Roxborough.
I know. I know.
Roxborough seems to always get the brunt of all of this.
Yes, and I think Roxborough is probably a good place if you like seeing snow, but then when it gets really cold, you got to deal with some very, very cold temperatures. And think about it, how cold it is up north. I mean, this is just in North Carolina. Think about areas to the north. Look at the deep blues and purples up towards the West Virginia and even North Carolina mountains. I was looking at, of course, we do radio forecasts for the mountains.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the wind chills for areas like Boone, all the way down through Asheville, negatives for tomorrow morning. And I mean negative, between -10, -14 up towards Boone. So yeah, it's going to be, if you're towards the mountains and you're watching this video, inside by the fire is your place to be because
And if you're an App State student and you have an exam,
Yes.
double sorry, because not only do you have
Yeah.
to take an exam, but you got to really bundle up and be in the negative temperatures probably walking to class if you've got an exam.
No,
I haven't
thank
checked their exam schedule yet, but
Okay.
that sounds awful.
Yeah, and hopefully their exams were this past week and
Yeah,
they're already
hopefully they can get out of there
hopefully
before
they've
this.
escaped to somewhere warmer. Hopefully, I don't know, a Florida beach or something because it's very cold up there typically, and it's going to be very, very cold into tomorrow. So 7 degrees for the wind chill. This is 7 p.m., keep in mind. 7 p.m. this evening, as we're filming this, Sunday evening, 1 in Roxborough, 12 in Fayetteville, and you can see as the night progresses into around 11 o'clock, 6 degrees Raleigh, 1 degree Roxborough, 7 in Clinton, and it just kind of stays that way throughout the night because we have this persistent northwest wind. It's going to be very breezy. That's going to keep things very, very cold overnight. So, again, take this seriously. If you have pets that are typically outdoors, make sure to bring them inside and make sure they're bundled up, especially those, I know some of our pets, they have, thicker coats, thicker fur, and they can handle cold. I really think for most pets, it's going to be important for them to be inside because, thin or thick coat, I mean, it's just going to be very, very cold. And it can be dangerously cold for those, those smaller pets and those pets that have less fur. So, yeah, bring the pets indoors. Wind chill, again, 6 a.m. Monday morning, very, very chilly in the single digits. And I want to talk about kind of why we talk about wind chill and why we have the cold weather advisory in place and more about why this is so important to remember. So when it's not windy, when you have calm winds, your body generates a layer of heat that keeps you warm. So you're bundled up outside. You got the long pants on, the big coat. You're able to stay warm, and when it's not windy, that warmth just stays around you. But when it's windy outside, then you have to worry about the heat that you've generated off your body just being blown right off of you. And so that's why even more layers are important, and even a windbreaker is important to have too. So you're bundled up, you got the windbreaker, the beanie, anything to help protect your body from getting the wind directly. Because I'm sure you have felt that before. I mean, you'll feel it outside this evening whenever you leave. I mean, it's going to be, you're going to be bundled up, but then if that wind hits your face, it's definitely noticeable.
Yeah, it's almost like it doesn't even matter that I have a scarf on.
Yep.
The scarf's going all over the place.
Right.
I'm miserable.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're heading out the door, it's a Monday morning. If you can have some sort of even like a face covering, maybe to cover up like your nose and mouth and stuff like that, that might be important to have. I know you might go outside like this, but I mean, hey, it's going to be really cold, so rather be bundled up.
Do what you can.
Yeah.
Especially, I think about kids at the bus stop, really early in the morning.
Right.
If you can get like hand warmers, reporter tip. They make electric hand warmers that you can keep on you, and you can just slide it in your pocket, and what a world of difference it makes. So if you have access to something like that and you have to be outside, I think that's worth the money.
Yes, any sort of warmer that you can have. Safe heating sources are also a good thing to have. Practice fire safety during this time. I know folks want to use generators. Do not, use them in unsafe ways. Make sure to only use safe heating sources during this time. Also, we always tell you to protect your people. So your family, your friends, check in on them. Maybe you have a loved one that doesn't live right next to you, but they're close by. They're dealing with the cold as well. Make sure to give them a call. Make sure they're prepared for the cold. Protect your plants. They should already be inside at this point. It's been very cold over the past couple of weeks, but I mean, make sure they're still protected. Pipes, of course, as well. Drip your faucets and add insulation as needed. and protect your pets. I already mentioned that, but limit their time outdoors. Some folks, it's just hard for the pet to even go outside in general. Maybe just briefly go outside, and if they can't use the restroom right then bring them back inside and try again. And I know it's tedious, but try again in about 15 minutes or so. Let them warm up and then try again. But just avoid long periods of time of your pets being outside, because it's just going to be too cold for them to be just staying outdoors.
And a lot of larger localities, when something like this happens, they will kick in what's called a white flag shelter as well. So once it does reach these dangerously cold temperatures, they'll open up. Sometimes it's community-based shelter, sometimes it is a county-led shelter for folks. And of course, every locality is different, right? So really important, if you know someone who is experiencing homelessness, make sure that you check on them first of all, make sure that they do have a place to stay, and check with your locality, see where the closest one is. A lot of churches do this, so maybe check in with your local church that's down the road or something like that. Go to Google. Google can be your best friend.
Right.
I know oftentimes we here as well will have lists of places where people can go. So yeah, definitely check in on that, see what you can find, because those are really great resources for people who don't have a place to live right now.
Yeah, and if we have any resources too, WRAL.com is going to have everything that you need to access for knowing what the temperature is going to be like throughout the course of the next several hours, and also any resources for staying safe during the cold. So please go to the website. Also, if you like and subscribe to this channel, any new updates that we have about whether it be cold weather shelters or even, what the forecast looks like going forward, it'll be here, and we'll bring you updates as needed. So I want to talk about the upper level pattern real quick about, kind of what we're expecting over the next handful of days. Of course, this is a very deep trough. I've always talked about the big U shape for those troughs that come in. This is a very, very deep U shape. It's a strong trough, really driving in that cold air all the way from Canada and like far north in Canada, close to the North Pole. So that dives in. This finally backs off into the middle of this week, and we start to transition to more of a it's called a zonal flow. So it's more of a west to east flow with a little bit of ridging, and that pattern, you can see those kind of yellows to the south, and we get more of an upside down U shape at times. That favors overall. We'll have drier weather, high pressure will be in place, and also we'll have warmer conditions. So we're actually going to be able to make it back into the 50s and 60s after the very cold start to the week. So it's only going to be brief, thankfully. It's just a brief period of time, tonight into tomorrow morning, or Sunday night into Monday morning is really the main concern we have. That's why we have WRAL weather alert days in place. Beyond that, it does warm up. Now by Friday of this week, we see another U-shaped pattern here. That moves in, and that is going to drive another cold front through the area. That won't bring the cold air that we saw we're going to see, I should say, Sunday into Monday, but it will bring temporarily cooler temperatures. Lows likely get back into the 20s for, I think, just Saturday morning, and then we finally warm up again. Actually, if we look towards Christmas, it's actually trending quite warmer. So that's going to be a good contrast. I know folks are on Christmas with like the cold weather and maybe the snow for Christmas. I do not think we're going to be seeing that. So
well, it's okay. A lot of us from here are used to that. So
yeah, exactly.
It's all right.
And I think 50s and 60s will be welcome after what's going to be very, very cold tonight into the Monday morning. 38 for the high Monday, then we're at the 50s by Tuesday into Wednesday, then in the low to mid 60s by Thursday, trending a good bit above average. And that's kind of the trend for not only the rest of this week, but also into Christmas week. Above average temperatures for pretty much all of the U.S., with the exception of areas like Maine, North Dakota, Washington, areas that are typically pretty cold, definitely colder than here, but overall above average temperatures for much of the U.S. I mean, areas towards Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma are going to be much, much warmer. My previous market over in Mobile also going to be quite warm for Christmas. So it's going to be, I don't know, mixed feelings, I guess, because, I know people like the cozy, cold Christmas.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'd rather not be freezing. So.
Yeah, there you go. No white Christmas here, though.
No white Christmas here.
Sorry.
But we did have some wintry weather this past week. And so I'm going to share some photos. Also, I know you've got some stuff to share as well. So I'll start with these first. This is from Lake Gaston earlier this week. Diane Bunnell sent this in. Awesome landscape here. Got the patio and the grass there right by the lake all snowy, and the trees looking very snowy, very wintry. I love this. And
Yeah.
then we've got multiple photos of not just, family here enjoying the snow angels over in Henderson sent in by Ginger, but also we've got many pets. Kelly Jackson of Macon sent this in. I think this is the first snow for this pup here, so awesome. And then Rebecca out of Franklinton, her husky enjoying the snowfall earlier this week. So thanks so much for sending in your photo. And then also
Cute.
from Briar Creek, so not too far from here, Kristen Borello sent this in. Beautiful snow there on the landscape, and the pets are really enjoying it. I know.
I love it.
I know. When my pup had his first snow, man. My family's dog growing up, man, he was freaking out.
Yeah. My mom right now has 3 cats in the house, and 2 of them are kittens, first snow.
Okay.
One of them has also been in the house for a while, was let out, and Mom said that they just kind of walked around.
Oh,
She's in
man.
Granville County, so she got a little bit more
Yeah.
than what we saw here in Raleigh, but they just kind of creeped, just like, what is this? And then the girls are just like, we're so over it. The boy comes in, the boy will stay out there, but
Yeah.
the girls are like, we're done. So obviously it runs in the family.
Right. Right.
At this point, but yeah, it was really interesting because driving from Granville County in, you'd see the drastic change where there would be a frosting and there would be stuff coming down, and then as soon as I got closer to 50, like going down Creedmoor Road,
right.
completely changed.
Yep.
Just completely changed, went all the way. So
Yeah, a lot of and even the snow that we saw were like rain snow mix, even some grapple that we saw in our northern spots later in the week on Friday.
Yeah.
The majority of it was in our northern spots, just closer to that deep cold air mass, but very lucky for folks up in like Granville, Vance County.
Yeah.
So WRAL.com/report it, best way to share your photos and videos, so please keep sending them to us. I know you have some stuff to share as well.
So I am obsessed with space. And obviously we had a meteor shower.
Yes, we
that
did.
You and Amy and everybody else was talking about.
Right.
And we did get one picture. Someone actually stayed up
Yes.
to see this because I know we were talking about, am I going to sleep through it? Because normally it's
Yeah,
overnight.
I was exhausted when I got home,
Yeah.
and I unfortunately just could not make it. I was at 1:30, and I was like, I am gonna pass out. So.
Yeah, I was in bed at 9:30.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
So I was
Missed it by a little bit.
I was completely out of it. But this is a picture that was sent in from Duck, North Carolina.
Ooh.
Great place to be on the coast, first of all. Second of all, look at this. You can actually see in the bottom left corner there a meteor going by. You see that streak of light.
Oh, that's so cool.
How lucky is that?
I know. And this was one of the best periods of time, which I wish I could have stayed up. I was just so tired. But this is one of the best times during this shower over the past handful of, I would say, past several months to see this many meteors and see cool sights like this. So I hope you're able to check it out. If you have any more photos or videos, please share them with us. Again, WRAL.com/report it. We love to see all of your photos, videos, and we'll share them here. We share them throughout the week, so please get them in. I want to emphasize again, WRAL Weather Alert Day in place for the rest of Sunday and into Monday. The reason for that is single-digit wind chills. That will last for an extended period of time, probably around 12 to 15 hours of single-digit wind chills. So practice that cold weather safety. Make sure you're bundled up. What's your go-to gear for cold?
Go-to gear, my electric little hand warmer.
Okay.
A nice thing of coffee.
Yes.
I always have like a little hat on. I hate wearing gloves. They just,
Okay.
But I do it because I know that it's the smart thing to do. And then I have this huge scarf that looks like a blanket.
Okay, there you go.
It's like massive. So
Yeah.
I wrap that around a few times.
I mean,
call
hey,
it a day.
and if you need to wear a blanket, just wear the blanket. I mean, everyone's going to be cold anyway, so might as well
Do what you want.
Just do what you want and just do whatever you can to stay warm.
Yeah.
We'll have updates throughout the course of the evening Sunday and into Monday morning, talking more about how long the cold lasts, and of course, we will have warm up soon. So we will thaw out after a very, very cold start to the week. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel so you can get more of these updates. We do this every Sunday, as long as we're here. So yeah, we're almost every Sunday we'll be here to give you updates, and yeah, just stay warm.